And today I'll be showing you how to solve the Pyraminx. So the Pyraminx is a pyramid-shaped puzzle that can be very easily solved. I consider it to be easier to solve than the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. Because of there are only 2 layers that need to be solved, though it might not look like it. The only layers that needs to be solved is this first layer and this second layer. The tips are fixed as the centers are on a normal Rubik's Cube. So let's get started. I'm gonna show you how to solve it by starting with the yellow side, because it's easier to follow for non-neutral people. So the first thing you want to do is to look for what side you should bring all the pieces to, because they can obviously only go to one side. So how you look at that is that you look on the tips. What side can all the tips go to? Now I can see that all the tips can go to this side, which means that all of these can also go to this side. So I started looking for the pieces. I see that this one is already in place. That's why, and I see this one is not in place, and this one is not in place as well. So I will just bring it like this, and then bring this one up, and this one down. And now this is solved. I will fix the center, no, the tips, excuse me, so you can more easily follow my tutorial. Okay, so now what you would like to do is to insert the edges here. And you need to look for the edges. You can insert them in 2 ways. You can use a sledgehammer, which is an R', L, RL'. Or the reverse one is L, R', L, R. Or you can do a normal insert, which I will show. So here I will start with inserting this one. As I said, I can insert it with R', L, RL'. R', L, R, L'. Now it's inserted. And since this is not... I could also do this if you consider this one to be the yellow one. Then you would do this. But now it's not oriented correctly. Okay, now I kind of flipped it anyway. Okay. So, and the other way you can insert it is by doing this. If it's from the right side, you can do L', UL. If it's from the left side, you do a R, U', R'. So let's just insert that one. Okay, there are 3 of those edge pieces, so you basically do the same. The fastest you can do is the sledgehammer, which I recommend that you use, but since you can get more advanced in this Pyraminx, you can do the other insertions just to get better cases. Okay, so here I can see that this one's gonna go down here. You can see that by it going from left to the right, or left to down. That's not when you know that you should do L, R', L', R. Now, this goes from the right to down, or right to left, you want to see it that way. Now you do R', L, R, L'. So that's how you solve the first layer. So here you can get to 3 cases, or 4 cases if you want to see it that way. 2 cases where you need algorithms, and 2 more cases, and plus 1 more, excuse me, I forgot, but I will show that later as well. And the 4 or 5 that you need to do are this case, where these are going to go, as you can see, clockwise. This is the equivalent to an Antisune. So you do R, U', R', U', R, U', R'. And the other one is when they go counterclockwise, which is the equivalent of a Sune on a normal 3x3. So in that one you do R, U, R', U, R, U, R'. So that's that. Then there are 2 more, and then one that I like to call parity. So I'm just gonna get this in. So one is here, when it does look kind of confusing, but you look at the one that is not paired up with any color, and that is this one. You put that one in back, and look which one needs to be fixed. or which one is not the correct color. Now his one is not the correct color. So you do L, R prime, L prime, R. Then you take this one to the side by U, then you do an insert which go R, U prime, R prime. And now that's solved. The other case might look like this. When that one is here, now you need to do R prime, L, R, L prime, U prime, L prime, U, L. Okay. So this is the parity which I was talking about. That is when everything else is solved except these two pieces, which are flipped. How you solve that is you do any of the cycling algorithms, Sune or Antisune. I'll do the normal Sune. And now you get to do one of these cases, and then you just do normally as you would before, by doing that and that. There's a more advanced way you can do this, which I will also show now, and I will put all of the algorithms down in the description. And here you can basically do it faster if you'd like to learn it. You just do a right sledgehammer, then you just do U, L prime, U, L. So fast it looks like this. So yeah, there's not much more to say about this Pyraminx. Only thing that if you're gonna get serious about Pyraminx, you need to kind of get used to the turning, because the turning gets confusing if you just start out. So yeah, I hope I was clear when showing how to solve the Pyraminx. If you find something troubling, just ask me, or if you didn't understand a part quite well, you just rewind the video. So yeah, right. So thank you for watching this video. Please give feedback on this kind of structure on the video, and yeah, I'll see ya.